So there's just 3 more days until we officially begin Church of Magdalene. If you would like to find out more, you can head to the link in my bio. There's a handful of spots left. I can't even speak the excitement that I have for this journey, and just to be in this container with the women that have said yes. Feels very, very special. So something that I wanted to speak to was the enslavement of Sophia that is really at the core of this matrix. And when I say enslavement of Sophia, I mean the feminine, the emotional, creative, sexual, embodied aspect of us. And so this enslavement of Sophia has not just happened within women, it's happened within men as well. Because we all have an emotional, sexual, creative, human, sensitive aspect of us compared to our masculine aspect, which is our consciousness, our presence, our transcendence that is beyond form. So if we look at this enslavement of Sophia, it's really happening within the more microscopic realms of the matrix. When we look at the macro, it's, the way humanity has been enslaved through the oppression of certain cultures, races, the more social element to what's happened, the more at an identity level. On a microscopic level, within pretty much all human beings, there is an enslavement happening within our bodies. And it's through our self-expression, through our voice, our capacity to express pleasure and express pain. It's our connection to our sexual energy, our sensual energy. And it's our relationship with our own fulfillment, our own sense of fullness and radiance. Now, because we live in a system that has hijacked our nervous system, hijacked our mind to be in this state of hyper-doing, restlessness, I need to do something, go somewhere, I'm always moving forward, always trying to be productive, to get to the result that I need in order to feel safe, in order to survive, in order to be satisfied. But on an even deeper level than that, we have this tense, contracted, overwhelmed, anxious disembodiment hardwired into us. And so that is the enslavement of Sophia. Because what happens when we're in that nervous system shake of I can't relax and I need to do all these things and I'm overwhelmed, we lose contact with our soul. We lose contact with the subtleties within our body, our sensuality, our receptivity. And essentially we operate in a sense of, we operate in a state of separation with ourselves. Because if we're not in our bodies, if we're not connected to the sensual experience that we're having in every moment, then it's often because our mind is projected onto the thing we need to do, the place we need to go, what needs to get done, how we get to A to B. So this enslavement has really separated us from this organic sense of oneness with all that is, this connection to God, this relationship to the divine, which really happens through the portal of our hearts. And again, if we're in this sense of rushing and racing and doing all the time, and how I feel is not okay, you know, where I am in my life isn't okay, I haven't done enough, I am not enough, we become very separate from that oneness with all that is, that connection to God and creation itself. And really, the interesting, like almost funny but not funny thing is, through this racing and rushing and always projecting outwards, where are we trying to get to? We're trying to get to this state of fullness and satisfaction where we can finally let ourselves be. We can finally come to this place of oneness within ourselves. But this direct hijacking of our nervous system, our minds, leads us further and further and further away from that place. And so what we're going to be doing in Church of Magdalene is liberating the Sophia so that we can reclaim that connection to our soul, our unique self-expression, our voice, our receptivity, our sensuality, which is the only way we can truly feel full. And the more of us on the planet that are embodying this connection to Sophia, the living intelligence of life, the soul, the more we can hold point for this frequency, the more she's able to return within all beings. So this is not just personal work. This is really collective grid work. And so I'm really calling forward those women that sense that they have an oracle within them, a priestess. And deep down they know they're here to be conduits for oneness, for divinity. Conduits for a power that isn't about our own personal identity and ego. The power of creation and God itself, which we can be vessels for. We can be vessels for that unconditional love and boundlessness. So if you're feeling me, if this feels important to you, if you're feeling the place in your own heart that longs for that connection with the divine and with your own soul and your own inner softness and receptivity and passion, I invite you to join us in Church of Magdalene. I have payment plans available to make it flexible and easier for people to commit. You know, this isn't about me. I really want to bring together these women that carry the Sophia code, that feminine spark within them that is ready to be reignited and returned home. So like I said, you can check out the info in the link of my bio. You can reach out to me personally. I'm available for any questions that you have. Let's do this.